on Constitution. And we're coming back from our little photo shoot where Steven Nelson, DC reporter for the New York Post, is gonna take this footage. And thank you, Steven, for the timestamps. And now, one of our stars, Taylor Hanson, files in with the PBs, being led by a bunch of photographers. Notice the cop escort on the right. The guy in the scooter is Eddie Block. He has a shady past, but we don't have time for that. So now they're gonna turn left onto First. Oh, now they're getting into character. Now they're gonna take a pit stop on First and Constitution. They're just waiting around, getting their breakfast, and what could they be waiting for? Oh, hey, look, it's Data, who turns out to be the Ugandan-born / USC School of Cinematic Arts videographer, Young Kim, who works under his Rise Images banner, but the footage he captures today will be licensed to RMG News, who were the consultants and technical advisors for the 2014 film Nightcrawler, which is about an amateur cameraman who deceives, manipulates, and exploits everyone who stands in the way of his money shot. Let's check in with the west side of the Capitol. And it looks like we have some actors waiting outside in the cold and waiting for everybody to show. And remember this guy. We'll call him the Unabomber.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building.
You know they're there already.
And I'll be there with you.
No, he won't. So now the PBs are wrapping up their little breakfast. Now Amy's gonna walk ahead so she can get photographs of them walking by. Just like this. Making their grand entrance down First Street. And now it's kayfabe galore. Remember this guy, William Pepe. And now they're synced up with all the other actors. And now they've arrived. And now we can proceed. And look at all these people just waiting for them. All right, go join all your kayfabe friends. Now Mayor Muriel Bowser and Chief Conti have talked extensively about all the force and backup that they're gonna call to prevent something like this. So let's take a look at our first line of defense. You've got to be shitting me. Is that a side ponytail? Background actors. Crazy lady number 2 just shouting at them, because that's her job. I know, it's hard to look at this. Getting the photos. Creating a narrative. Fake as crisis actors. We'll call this guy GIK for kayfabe. So now Ryan Samsel's gonna whisper sweet nothings to Joe Biggs. And there's Victor Blue. And there's Sabrina Tavernez. Getting the pictures. We'll see later shooting the Babbitt death sequence. Yep, just waiting for the showdown. So now they've all pooled at the entrance of the Pennsylvania walkway. And right away, Ryan Samsel gets the command to approach and makes a beeline towards obstacle 1. And everyone follows him. Whoopsie-woos. You know where the cast of Pacific Blue is waiting for him? Notice how they already have their hands up, which we learned all about in Act 1. And this footage was captured by everyone's favorite Blaze TV's Elijah Schaefer. Get a good look at these cops, guys. Notice how they're already grouped, spaced out, and in line. And here you have Happy, cause she's happy, for hours. As we come into obstacle 1, Samsel checks back to see that he's not alone. Notice how the plastic liner's still laying out. All right, we've got Cop 2 from our previous video, pretending to phone it in. It is indeed a side ponytail. No, please don't do that. Everybody just laughing, hanging out. Look at this cop. He's laughing with the guy. Shooting the shit. Never knew an insurrection could be so funny. And over here, it's the barricade dance. The only game they really have, other than the awful chanting. Looks great for camera. You gotta keep the actors busy. Now Samsel dramatically taking off the jean jacket that he's gonna throw to the ground and never retrieve. That's not normal. Now Epps comes up to Samsel. We know what a wonderful kayfabe actor Epps is. He's just whispering for the dramatic effect. Back and forth, and no one has a weapon. And now we have Miss Barbie to the right, who turns out to be Caroline Edwards, who is one of our stars during the June 2022 Capitol hearings. Woo! That sounded real. And Barbie hangs on, and here the momentum catapults Barbie's right shoulder into the rail, injuring her. So you can see Samsel put his hands up to his head. He fucked up. That wasn't supposed to happen. And so now look, they just come around breaking character to check on her, which is nice. Which tells me he could be the controller of this scene. They don't want anybody actually hurt. I know that may sound contradicting. The purpose is not to harm each other. The purpose is to get dramatic photos and videos. So they're just grabbing. What the hell are they doing? The cop got a headlock and a cop? Now you have this cop come down. Can we call him Enrique? Look, he's just fighting the air. If you know anything about stage combat, it looks just like this. It's just the game of slap and tickle. And this cop just pushes him. He just pushes his head down. God, you guys couldn't get better actors than these Keystone cops? And to our right, we're doing a little remodeling. And now they all start to pour in. Teamwork. So now Tony just makes his way up the stairs because he's our wonderful kayfabe cheerleader. Put a little bit more into it, side ponytail. Give me something. No facial expressions, just nothing. Because she is dead inside. And they just retreat. And they defeat Obstacle 1 in less than a minute. Didn't even put up a fight. And they just scatter like the terrible actors they are. And they're making their way up.
Making their way downtown, walking fast on the grass, and they're Trump bound. Look at Schaefer had just making his way through the crowd.
We'll breach the line. We need backup. This is now effectively a riot.
USA, stop the steal. They shot and killed her.
Really not that hard to break down their body language, people. So now we're reaching Obstacle 2. So now Barbie's limping because she was really hurt. Yes, sometimes people get hurt. Sometimes people throw real punches. Maybe not today. Look at Side Ponytail. She checks to see if she broke a nail. These are not cops. Y'all wake the up.
Quick question is, I'm with the press. I mean, here, but
What today, Junior?
What is going to happen? I mean, limitations here on federal property?
Just kayfabing away, Elijah. Gotta sound all reportery right now. Not really making any sense.
Okay.
And she doesn't say anything, because she's not a real cop. She's a Side Ponytail. Are you listening, Side Ponytail? You're terrible. So is no one gonna point out the obvious here? That's okay, we'll do it. We have to do everything around here anyway. Guys, if Blaze TV sends a reporter out to DC for the very purpose of capturing Trump's speech, which won't be over for another 15 minutes, but instead is the first human in all of the world to be standing at the gates of Obstacle 2, this guy knew it was gonna happen. Just like all of our fake Trump supporters, our fake rent-a-cops, and our very famed photographers and reporters. I mean, what else would you call this if not an inside job?
There's this crazy thing that's called journalisming. Let me break down what you saw there. As people started ripping down the barriers, these were just Trump supporters. They were angry. Do you believe that that many people would come and would breach the Capitol building? My brain kind of broke in this moment because I haven't gotten sad at one of these things in a long time. I've never breathed so much tear gas in my life. My body is full of hives. My neck and my face are burned. I can't eat food. I've been vomiting all day. My own saliva hurts my throat. It's very painful.
Yeah, there's a special place in hell for gaslighting narcissists like this. Back at Obstacle 2, our K-cops are just kayfabe and chill. And now they just pull the barricades away. The cops don't do a damn thing. Hey, Pepe! The cops just watch. Look at all this teamwork. And Ryan Samsel takes the lead. Again, what do you think he's gonna go do? And what are these floor signs? Well, Cop 2 does his best kayfabing, just standing there. And they're gonna hang here on the Pennsylvania walkway for a minute, which is exactly how long it takes to defeat Obstacle 2, as Aaron Mostovsky makes his way in.
We storming the Capitol.
Ugh, now Unabomber's coming into the scene. Oh, just a little nudgy. We'll see this cop, Epps, later. Not to be confused with our captain, Ray Epps. So as they're filing in, we can see these mini fire extinguishers on top of these plastic fire mates, already set out. There's Victor Blue. Good job, Pepe. I like your radio. What in the hell? They're just filing in.
We want Zorro!
What, for your paycheck? Silly, you have to complete the job first, and they'll hire just about anyone. See this black fence here? We'll see this come down in about 2 minutes, and it comes out like butter. So as we're coming into the scene, Ryan Samsel goes up to Barbie and apologizes again, but she looks pissed. It looks like Ryan gets defensive. All right, someone's getting fake arrested in the back, and here we have InfoWars turned Elijah Schaefer co-host, Savannah Hernandez, doing some journalisming. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Sabrina Tavernez, complete with her helmet, looking unsure. How would she know to bring a helmet? And this guy is photojournalist John Farina. Ooh, cops doing some Meisner. They're just all standing around, not really sure what to do. They're buying time. They need everybody to fill this space. These people are still coming. Remember this blue tape. And they just file right in. Another fire extinguisher. This whole time they have guns, but they never use them. Enrique and Camel try to make love. I'll put them on. Something tells me that Camel is ex-military. God, imagine waking up to that every morning. So here's the fake arrest. Tay-Tay and Savannah getting it all right in front of Laffy, who's still laughing. And these black crates, in case you were wondering, contain audio equipment and loudspeaker systems rented from MSI or Maryland Sound International. Notice how all these guys know to chant the same thing?
It's our house!
Whoa.
What's so bad? Why can't we come?
Oh, Tay-Tay and Savannah swapping dick pics. I have Aaron in the background, kayfabing his little Jewish heart out. Emphasis on little. Nordine getting some Tecate. We'll call this cop Carl. And now we're gonna remove the black fence. Boom, comes right out. Let's go! As they file into the Lower West Plaza. And this Dollar General fence easily snaps for your convenience. And here you have John and Amy Schubert, who we like to call Freedom. And they just walk on through.
Yeah, let's move a little faster, people.
Hey, it's Happy. And look at all these crisis actors behind them. Back on the West Lawn, this footage comes from Town Hall reporter Julio Rosas, who wasn't tipped off about this at all. Would really love to know what's happening under that tent. Oh, all the hard work they put into lining that fence. And they just walk right in. Chief Conti, where are all your men? Sure does bring new light to the word acting, Chief. These are still actors, guys. With that many people involved, somebody would have said something to the news. So now they come in, they're making their way towards the southwest scaffolding, with Camel leading them. God, Epps, put a little more into it. What do you think's going to happen right now? Where do you think they're going? Another fire extinguisher. I know, it's cold, guys, but this is gonna be in the history books. It almost seems so rehearsed. Oh, someone's knocked over a fire extinguisher. Wonder what it'll be used for. Nordine, are you drunk? It's okay if you are. Maybe it'll just add more to your character. Side ponytail. She's like a wallflower. Now this guy right here is Karn, and he's the star of the scene that's about to take place. Notice this guy in the background. He runs, and then he slows down as Cop 2, goes to give him a gentle hug. Just brings him back into the scene. And where's Major going? I'm gonna tell you what they're doing in just a second. Listen to what this old guy says. Did you hear what he said? Go ahead and push me down. Play into me. What do you think, folks? They're getting ready to spray. Are they summoning the powers of Miss Cleo? Everyone's psychic. Notice the cooler. Notice the lumber in the background. Notice this bag of trash. Or bag of props. Got Unabomber trading beauty secrets. We'll call this guy here Dr. T. Here we're about to unveil one of our smoking guns. Notice the pile of lumber sitting here. It will be used later. Now watch this. Insert bull.
We got more people coming up. Let's get them down here in the platform.
Or what's left of it. And Bull is our stunt guy, who turns out to be 33-year-old Iraq war veteran Landon Kenneth Copeland. And he probably charges a lot because we only have him for 20 minutes. And that's our cop Major, who just brought him in. Now, as our cops are bringing Bull in, we're gonna have a little Turkish delight, a little mini scene to warm up the kids. Get that shot at him. He's gonna climb to the top. What do you think's gonna happen? It's just a little mini show to get everybody in the spirit, and they take him down. And it probably just serves as some type of distraction. We're gonna see little mini shows later. And here's the guy who tried to go in earlier, taking the knee. Notice this guy in the black, kayfabing, like he got maced. So this guy escorts him away from this area. He's the one who came in with Bull. Notice the ladder and the cones in the background. We'll see those later. And now they bring Turkish Delight down, with a big shit-eating grin on his face.
The main crowd ain't even come yet.
Yeah, and they won't for another 45 minutes. So here, Bull makes his way into the crowd, but he doesn't know where to go. So he's gonna come back and ask for directions. Door opens. You'd think they'd lock it. You'll notice later that the northwest scaffolding, you know, the only side that they go up, doesn't have its doors on the outside. Getting his lunch.
Looks like you're having a blast. Looks like you're having a blast.
I guess that's a no. And now Bull knows where to go. Hey, it's Happy. Oh, now the SWAT's coming in. Look at all these fat cops. You know who paid for all of this, right? We did. And Q's right behind them. Oh, someone's late to the show. Get a good look at these cops. Barbie's in the background taking a break. This brand new fire extinguisher. And Q's just gonna walk right up the steps while Nick Quested gets all of it. And they just file right in, hoping their tactical gear stays intact, while John Farina double penetrates them with 2 cameras. Jesus, it's like Inbred City. While Sabrina gets all of it. This cop's laughing, and so are they. Back up, because they don't say anything else. Just nothing. Why did they hire her? This guy's standing in front of Data. We'll call him David, and we'll see him later. So everybody's just standing around, waiting. Listen to how quiet it is. What do you think they're all waiting for? So, if you are an actor, one of your main jobs is to do this. Pour water into people's eyes. Get used to it. We want our fucking country back! You never had a country, because it isn't a country. It's a corporation, and still under crown law. Look at these guys just chatting it up with the cops. The summoning is part of the show. Oh, there's some backup.
Ready for some kayfabe action, boys?
Why do you think Camel's doing such a great job right now? Not only is he ginning up the crowd, there's a shit ton of photographers right behind us. Does anybody know what that patch is? Oh, Grandma's kicking him him out. Everyone's so polite around here. Look how they're all spaced. And that's Waterboy. We'll see him later. And they're still flooding in. Meanwhile, Congress begins joint session, certifying the, quote, presidential election results. You know, the main arc at the end of season 2020. As Michaela Pence steps into the role of Judas. And all of them just pretending to be completely oblivious to all of the bad acting that's occurring outside of their lair. Outside, let's go live with Patrick on the Maryland Walkway, or as we like to call it, the Southwest Channel. Seems kind of vacant, but we don't see a lot of footage of the Southwest Channel. Think about it. Trump told everybody to march on Pennsylvania Avenue, which becomes the Pennsylvania Walkway. In fact, he said Pennsylvania 19 times in his speech. Remember, we believe that Patrick is a real person who doesn't know that he's surrounded by a bunch of actors. Ash experiment, anyone? So as he enters, notice this massive group headed towards us, away from the Capitol, and in a hurry, where they'll break into pairs, find their placement marks, and faithfully stand, because they've been given instructions not to move from that spot until further notice, so that when our real folks show, they can fully envelop them. Is that Gilbert Godfrey? And now the Scriptures duo take their position and begin their bullhorn Bible-thumping rants. Get a good look at these background actors.
We are so honored that they hired us as crisis actors to come here to the Capitol, and we're going to blend in with everyone au natural. We are going to storm the building.
Take it! You're gonna take it!
Now let's cut to Angel, who's still on the east side, where they've set up a live screening of Trump's speech.
And I say this, despite all that's happened, the best is yet to come.
Over yonder on the west side, everybody's just cruising around like this is Lollapalooza or something. Might as well be. Oh, just a little boop boop, and that'll get you fake arrested. No! What the hell? You can't blame these guys. They've never fake arrested somebody before. Oh, there's the cross. Hope they sanded it down. Oh, guess not. G.I. Kayfabe, chatting it up with the cop, sees the camera on him, and starts malfunctioning. Oh dear. What happened there? Maybe the power of Christ compelled him. So as they cross-crowd surf, why do you think they've come up here?
Do you even know the Constitution?
We're just gonna spoil it for you. There are 4 reasons why we believe they've come up to this spot. Number 1, to have all of our newcomers fill in the space behind us. 2, so they can bring out all the barricades when they push everyone back. 3, so we can buy time with our photographers before all of our real Trump supporters show in 40 minutes. 4, and most importantly, to dress the set. Meaning, this backdrop is too pristine for our photographers, and we need to get it a little bloody dingy gringy for our cameras. So let's break it down now. Now, Bull has entered the scene, and notice Karn having a little conversation. And not safe for work warning? But while you're watching Karn, you gotta watch Bull too. Now watch what Karn does. He does this little like thriller dance. And notice Bull constantly looks in the direction of Karn. So after Karn does his little thriller dance, Bull turns to the right and he nods. And he bends down and he just makes his way over to Karn. And he just stands there. And then he puts his arm around him. The story goes is that Karn is shot with a rubber bullet in the cheek, and it pisses Bull off. So let's see if it really happened. This is the impetus that Bull needs to get all riled up, because he's our stunt guy. Now let's take a look at this blood. Now the color of this blood looks completely different than this. And the spatter here doesn't really resemble a cheek wound. We got a bottle of peroxide in the back, and they're gonna get as much fake blood in this area as possible. And then they're gonna trample through it. And now you see what we mean by dressing the set. So now Karn just nonchalantly spits the blood capsule into his bottle. And now Melina enters. She just pours water onto the wound. Notice that Karn doesn't even look to see who's doing it. He just expects it. She's the source of all the spatter, dressing the set.
Don't put water, you got clot.
And she dumps some more water on the blood. And now he's squat, so Samsel and Pudge can treat him. So if you're wondering what that is, it's wound sealer. And when they do these types of drills, they would treat this like a real wound and take a good look at it. And this is what it's gonna look like later. So now he's gonna try to take it out.
No, leave it in there. Just leave it in there. Leave the ball in there.
Now listen to what Melina says.
He needs a medic! I am the medic.
He needs a medic. I am the medic. She forgot she was the medic.
He needs a medic! I am the medic. If you want me to leave it in there, I can take that out.
Notice the radio, and unlike Biggs, not for optics. Makes you wonder why they would have wound sealer and peroxide on them. Jesus. Now this footage was taken by Data, and unfortunately, this is all we have to piece together. And all of the footage that people have, there's cuts in it, with the exception of Jaden. Just checking in, does this look real? Does that look real? getting all the pictures. And this fake cop, we'll call him Trapper. Notice his nameplate is missing as he exaggerates a dramatic muffled monologue. You can see Melina holds up a can of Wound Sept Plus because she's gonna disinfect him. No, she doesn't. She doesn't take him anywhere. And you can see Korn tilt his blood bottle, and Chief just watches along. They're just buying time. And remember, Korn has a big photo shoot later, while Nick Quested gobbles it up with 2 cameras. So this cop's gonna bend down to check on Korn, just keep spitting in that bottle, because we're gonna use that later. And now the cop attempts to escort him, but he's intercepted by Samson. I'm with them. Ugh. Okay, this isn't a league of their own. Let's get ready to kayfabe!
Samson, less fake anger and background.
Oh, I can't believe it, JR. Oh, I love Bull. He's the best one here, because he's a method actor. And fake cop Trapper pretending to do something. So now we're gonna do a round of slap and tickle. This is how this works. They play fight for a little, get all the shots, and then take a break. Okay, we see Korn there, and they're just stepping all up in the blood, creating transfer patterns. Ooh, somebody brought the silly string, and now we're gonna see why we call him Bull. See how he comes into the scene, anticipating the impact, with his back arched, as he charges into them. Now it gets even better, but let's just pause it right there. So we see Korn here, whose real name is Joshua Matthew Black, who released a YouTube video, which has since been removed, 2 days after the shit show. And in this video, he tells us that he was protecting a Capitol officer who had been pepper sprayed and fallen to the ground. And that's when he was hit in the cheek with a plastic projectile. But we know that's not true because he was already shot, looking like a piece of corn or a vintage toy gun pellet. But it should be noted that these types of wound applications are readily producible. So here's the scene of him protecting the cops. Don't hurt him! Did you hear that crunch? That's his blood bottle. Oh god. And Bull gets in another shove. Back still arched. Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me, bro. Yeah, you remember that viral phrase from the 2007 University of Florida incident? Where police tased Andrew Meyer for asking John Kerry if he was a member of the Skull and Bones fraternity? Which he is. 322, baby. Oh, watch out for sneakies. While this cop signals for a reset. So look at this cop. We'll call him Lieutenant. Now, where do you think he's going right now? Looks like he's going over to Bull, but he's stopped by Falafel. Cringe. So now he goes over to Bull to direct him to a new setup to his right. And he says, okay. And now Lieutenant pushes the guy, and they're kayfabing away for all the cameras. Victor Blue just blocking us, just trampling all up in that blood.
What happened?
Yeah, tell us what happened.
God bless America.
Oh.
Bless America.
No, it's like they used a strawberry popsicle for that blood.
God gave us freedom.
Okay, and thank you for that. At the same time, Dr. T gives instructions to a cop, and you can see the barricades have been placed on the south side, where a lot of our crisis actors have moved down next to the media tower. So while they're resetting, let's see what's happening on Pennsylvania Avenue. And here's one of our stars, the face of the proverbial shit show, Jacob Chansley, just leading all our actors to the set, loving that camera, getting that attention, because he knows he's our main fall guy.
He is one of those paid protesters that travels around.
Drinking their blood, eating our babies.
Well, that's true.
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm not a cat.
We're not doing this for Donald Trump. We're doing this for the Constitution. It's for the future of our republic. I hope you guys will all stand with us. Thank you.
Baby, why is Hot Wheels over here talking about some stand with him? Baby, where are we standing?
Woo! Back on the main stage.
And then late in the evening, boom, these explosions of bullshit. Together we will drain the Washington swamp.
No, you won't. You had 4 years to do that. Didn't arrest any of them.
Let's walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I want to thank you all. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you all for being here. This is incredible.
Really? And nothing concludes Trump's legacy than a song about a gay bathhouse. Look at this guy. At the same time... God, yes, there is a new world order, and it's well on its way. And full disclosure, we have a bit of neutrality bias when it comes to Jonesy. And like most free thinkers who begin their descent down the rabbit hole, you are likely to run into this guy along your path. And throughout the years, he was someone in your corner, and you cheered him on until one day you realize that he is the epitome of controlled opposition. And more on him later. Skip! It's a Grand High Witch. Skip! Woo! It's the cast of Saturnia. Homie, closer Tony Danza. Look at all these Freemasons. Skip! Now the real people come. The authentic people. Ooh, except this one. Here's one of our main stars, Ashley Babbitt.
There's an estimated over 3 million people here today.
No, there's not. What are you smoking? You know what we find interesting about this live stream? It was licensed and sold to TMZ. How'd you guys manage to do that post-mortem? Interesting. And now the Crack Pack and their disciples make their way to set. Back on the west side, where we're having a little barricade ballet. Get it, bull.
Guys, I want you to pretend that that's your paycheck.
You'd think there was gold in those barricades. Jesus, they're all like, what this barricade, precious?
And let's give a round of applause for Bull.
Cause he's done. Now this guy's gonna signal to stop while they drag this guy away. Like a scene from Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, there's Kano getting wild and just loving every minute of it. What is happening? While our sneaky photographers get her done. Get those pics. Oh no, it's Cronus, which means a death has taken place. Benjamin Phillips, founder of Trumparoo, who organized a bus of Trump supporters from Pennsylvania to D.C. Several people called Phillips' cell phone when he failed to arrive after the shit show was over. And one of those calls was answered by Washington police, who told them that Phillips had suffered a stroke while he was looking for a parking space and died at George Washington University Hospital, per Francisco Diaz, who will become our chief medical examiner in 22 days. To complicate matters, Phillips' obituary will not be released for another 4 months. So let's see what transpired. So here at Obstacle 2, they've plopped this redneck archetype here next to these padded modular mats, just taking it all in. When all of a sudden, a flock of folks, including our Obstacle 2 barricade remover, carry Phillips north on a barricade stretcher. Notice there's a person on top performing CPR. And remember these two, fake National Guard and Sergeant Pepper, followed by photographer Chris Jones, this cop we'll call Legs, and Time Magazine photographer Christopher Lee. And here we have our background SWAT, fresh from holding, as they scattered to make way for Phillips. But Taylor Hansen claims that Phillips died after he suffered a direct hit from a grenade. And this is a regular guy with a face shield, just riding around on a hoverboard. So now our SWAT comes into the scene, followed by Chris Jones and, Marini Staub from our kayfabe flight. When, what? Another one? Uh-oh! Who is it, boy? Kevin Greason. Greason, a 55-year-old father of 5 from Alabama who worked at the Goodyear tire plant in Decatur, had a history of high blood pressure and in the midst of the excitement suffered a heart attack. According to his wife, she was on the phone with him when he actually died and spoke with the person who attempted to resuscitate him. To make matters worse, posts circulating on Twitter and Facebook claimed that while Greason attempted to steal a portrait in the Capitol, suffered a heart attack after he repeatedly tased himself in the scrotum. So let's see how it went down. Look at this one, pretending to be on the phone, and ask anyone who's there, did you have service? So they're trying to give CPR to Kevin Greason. I want you to notice where everyone is standing, just for placement. So they're gonna take him away. And the guy carrying him, just smiling. Make a hole. Ugh, if I had $1. So they put him down and do it again. It's the same people. This is still Tyler Baggins' footage, who, by the way, sold his footage to Storyful and licensed to the New York Post. Remember that blue tape? So this tells us they're right by Obstacle 2, by the northwest entrance.
National Guard out here.
That's not the National Guard, y'all. Tyler Baggins still lying through his crooked teeth. And now they take him away. Wonder where they're going. So now they clear some space, because they're gonna set him down again. One last time. And look, fake National Guard and Sergeant Pepper are here to assist. Again, what is going on? And Legs is there too. Hey, it's Dilly. So now they bring out the Stryker Pro XT stretcher as the DC Fire Department attends to him. For clarity, we're not here to argue the fates of Greason and Phillips. But what are the chances that both of these men died of heart attacks in the same location at the same time and aided by the same people? But they take him and the defibrillator away on a stretcher trolley as fake National Guard and Sergeant Pepper lend a helping hand. Again. Now, let's due north and check in with Angel Walsh, because we're gonna do a quick perimeter sweep. Oh, now they've erected the hydraulic wedge barriers. Oh, so that's where our real cops are.
Oh, let him go.
As award-winning filmmaker and 6-time Emmy-nominated writer-director, Michael Negro makes his way to set. Back to Angel. Yep, just waiting around in the cold for further instructions. Oh, we'll see him later. And look at this shopping cart of goodies, because you're not coming to set without a Trump hat or a Trump flag, as Angel enters the Southwest Channel.
Keep moving up right, keep moving up left. We need everybody to fill in those holes so they can see us.
And you'll see why the Southwest Channel is so important for harboring our actors. See how they're all paired, placed in space. Yep, just frozen, like their souls, ready to mix in with the real Trump supporters. Even after 10 minutes, our Bible friends are still here.
Mary, Mother God.
Jesus. Look who it is. Bull on a phone call, looking all haggard. And look at this family on their marks. There's so much room to go in, but they just stand around like the zombies they are. So let's go in further. Oh, we've got some Oscar-winning performances. Roger. At the same time, David there living his best life. And this footage comes from photographer foe Benjamin Diaz, who has a lot of experience capturing these staged events. Oh, and now our photographer joins us. Now Benjamin's gonna elicit some commentary from this man-child.
I think that they should be focusing on Antifa, spraying them and not us.
Whoop, more narrative building from children.
We will not bend! We will not break!
Cringy!
Take a look at these people!
Cringy! What the hell is that? Remember this one, Bono, and David's run out of things to do. Look at this guy. Just pop the gate right out, and they strike it, removing it from the set.
La la la.
So now David's on his speakerphone. Listen to what he says.
It looks like a mile back.
And back to the main stage. So now Kano brings out his best men. Oh, just a little nudgy. Woo! When translated into kayfabe, that's just a little tickle. Now another round of bury the treasure as we shift your focus to the camera crew. You know, the ones who capture the lie, then packaged and sent out to you for your attention. And it works every time. Snap, snap. Oh, Kano roiding out. Okay. You see this woman in the background picking up hats and gloves? When they break, she goes around and clears the clutter from the front lines, so we don't want anyone to slip and hurt themselves. Hey, it's Bike Cop from Act 1.
Open your eyes!
Yeah, open your eyes, Americans. And here, Amy Harris giving a little love tap to John Minkelo, who reciprocates, because they're all friends, just like the Republicans and Democrats. And this is a big reunion for all of our photographers. While Julio Rosas, yeah, we see you, looks for a more deceptive angle. And in comes Waterboy, waving his flag, might be on the spectrum. And this cop's just laughing. Audience, please, tell me, do these cops look like they fear for their lives? What is this, Edie from Grey Gardens?
Hey, you know this is recording?
Such a friendly insurrection. Still giggling like a little schoolgirl. Oh, he's got the rosary out. Now I just need some garlic. Yeah, just smiley Savannah over here. Why do you think he's posing with the rosary like that? All right, let's pause it right there for some context.
You are evil!
Egypt, 2012. What do you think this is? What do you think they're doing? Oh, getting the pictures. That's right, it's a kayfabe photo shoot. And every time you see these kind of pictures like this abroad, they're all staged. All of them. I mean, hello, Afghanistan Taliban revival. Look, this guy forgot to die. Yeah, holding the Bible open. Oh, so sad. Notice how all the signs are in English. It's because it's for you. And you'll notice here that Morsi's name is misspelled twice. And upon further investigation, all of the protest signs appear to have been created by one person. We're gonna protest until the return of the legitimate president. Sound familiar? And here's some context for your context. Morsi had won Egypt's presidential elections in 2012, and by decree had expanded his presidential authority and removed judicial review of his decrees, which was approved in a national referendum with 33% of the electorate voting. 33, there's that number again. The opposition claimed fraud in the process and called for an inquiry. Jeez, where'd you hear that before? This resulted in, quote, violent clashes between pro and anti-Morsi protesters. And 6 months later saw the end of Morsi's presidency. Got the fake blood while the doctor checks the pulse. I bet there's one there. Later, Egyptian prosecutors charged Morsi, and during a court hearing on espionage charges, Morsi's final words were, "My country is dear, even if it oppressed me, and my people are honorable, even if they were unjust to me." He collapsed a minute later and died. Nope, not sketchy at all. Wonder if he was Epstein. I'm just kidding. That guy's still alive. These staged protests, complete with crisis actors, are happening in every country, every single day. Allah Akbar, why? Guys, these people are poor, and they don't know what they're doing. Now, do you see how these picture poses relate to our capital friend? Same shit, different countries, same cabal. And there's your context. Back to the clown show.
You are evil!
So now we're on the east side of the Capitol. There ain't much going on, but we have some actors waiting. And back on the west side, the camera pans to reveal Blue unmasked. Are you listening, Gateway Pundit? Oh, so this is our time to get some really brutal shots before all of our real Trump supporters show up. Because after this, they're gonna send all of our actors down into the courtyard area. Notice how no one reacts to the mace, because it's water. And this guy's job is to just wave the flag back and forth. This is not a Wim Hof meditation. Oh God. Ooh, Pudge getting up in there. Listen to what these two frat guys say.
You fucking pepper spray us. You beat us. Fucking scumbags, all of you.
Yeah, you guys are pathetic.
He's getting ready. Oh, you're getting ready to scrape me? All right. Later, you fucking bitch.
It's all fake, guys. And look at these brand new sweatshirts. Devil horns. Excuse me.
How is it? How is it?
Oh, Unabomber. Little fruity in the booty.
Hey, walk up to the front of the fucking line. Come here.
Oh, Tay-Tay taking the initiative.
Needs medical.
Oh, Corn. Looks like you have a little something in your cheek. Listen to what this cop says. Anticipating some water sports?
It's gonna make a hole in your lip, real permanent.
Ooh, shouldn't that sting a bit? Look at this guy, Edie the water boy. Like he's fighting his demons. Oh, we need a barricade over here, guys. Look, they're just standing around. A lot of waiting around, guys. Well, forgot your taser, bruh. And here, have it back. So let's see what happens if someone's injured. Oh, Grandpa down.
Grab your stuff. Grab your stuff.
Grab your stuff. Where are we going? That's right, guys. If you are injured, you will be removed from the set.
Yeah, get me a medic.
Yeah, get him a medic. And they're gonna repurpose him. Background actor down. Oh, look at this guy. Will call fisted. This is pathetic. Got it. Photo by John Minkolo.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
Yeah, just give him that fluoridated spritz.
Come on.
Oh, Grandma's down too. Quite literally. And if you're wondering what that is in his pocket, great controversy. The untold story behind the Vatican's rising influence in America. Yeah, Satanism. And now they take her away. It's a beautiful wig. And just like that, the grandparents are out. Sponsored by Deer Park.
There ain't no damn sense in this.
That's what I keep saying.
Bunch of fucking cowards.
Ryan Samso, eager for attention, because that's his job. Amanda Andrade Rhodes, getting in the scene, while he gets a selfie with Tay-Tay.
My wife couldn't come today.
As Data pans to Tay-Tay.
I'm feeling great out here.
Okay, Carson.
It's going wonderful.
Wonderful?
It feels great.
Bet those dollar signs coming your way are pretty great too.
America.
Cringe.
This is what real journalism is right here.
What do you mean by real? And now he's off to Amy.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, Amy. How's her conscience holding up?
Oh, I recognize you from Portland.
And she shakes her head. You know you're not supposed to be talking to her, Tay-Tay.
Hey.
And she ignores him. And he plays off the disc by repeating this narrative.
You got Antifa here too. You got Antifa and Trump supporters within the same vicinity here for the same thing.
You see this Antifa arrows bit on the screen? Well, this footage belongs to Taylor Hanson. You know, to implant a narrative. Think, people. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. And now they bring out that missing barricade. Edie's still clinging to this water bottle. Why do you think he's just standing here? Because he's waiting for all the photographers to show. And here they are. Now they can proceed. Oh, they got the lumber. So they spray him down with a little turmeric water. Now they're gonna hose him down. Hey, geese swine. If Tyler Baggins were here, he'd call this guy National Guard, who's gotten very clingy with Edie. Yep, just guiding him around like he's Ann Sullivan. You might have to Google it. Photographers look a little bit inconspicuous, while they got Corn behind them, who's now become an asset. Now here's a classic move. See how he's backing up into the barricade so the cops can push him? Throw yourself to the cops, and they get the shots. As he backs it up, he's offered water, but Edie's like, bro, there's water hidden everywhere. And when you push her, give me a hi-ya. Put your back into it. Give me a hi-ya. That's it. All this imitation Bon Iver has nothing to do. And there's Rachel Powell, who we'll see later, while Savannah hoards it all for herself. Now they're gonna drag him back, like that scene from Ghost. Look at all that fake blood, dressing the set. So they try to take his water away, but he ain't having it, because that's his life source. Maybe he has a condition. Maybe he'll make friends with Grandpa, who has all of the water. Well, let's go down there. Look at this guy in the blue. He's just gonna set the barricade back where it belongs. Now he's gonna pretend like he got sprayed, pours water right over his sunglasses, and then does it again. Aw, he got so serious. John Minkolo going down to bring some photog friends up. And look at Pudge, and all that kayfabing. But can you see what's next to him? It's John Minkolo. Remember what I said about our photographers being off limits? Well, something unexpected is about to happen to John Minkolo. In their storyline, Minkolo is literally dragged out from this area because protesters suspect him to be Antifa. But John, with his obvious press badge and cameras, has been there all day. It should also be noted that in 6 months, Julio Cortez, who's filming this scene, and John Minkolo will both win the Pulitzer Prize for these images. So we believe that John is either in on it or he was set up. You decide for yourself. Y'all remember how to do that later. And now it's time for another great reset. And like Biden to a helpless minor, Pudge can't let go. Let it go, let it go. And now, Bike Cop has changed his appearance to the Invisible Man.
You're a good man, Blue. Hey, Blue, you're a good man.
Yeah, Pudge, take a break, like Barbie. And below our star kayfabe photog Brendan Gutenschwager, Jacob Chansley has arrived to set as he climbs the media tower. So while our real Trump supporters file in during our reset, let's make some friends. Watch this guy, kayfabing his little heart out when he sees the camera on him and self-cringes. Oh, getting a little shy. And this one. guess she's done? What the hell happened to this guy? That guy must be friends with Karn.
You want a good picture down there with those guys? You're young enough, you can do it.
Yeah, you're never too old to deceive the American public.
You are going down.
Yeesh. Okay, calm down.
I love you, boss. I love you.
Get a room. Get into pics. So compelling. Much convincing. But more importantly, who the hell is that? Wearing shorts in January. And here's my favorite kayfabe meltdown with David.
They say back the blue, back the blue. You know what black the blue is? Tear gas in my fucking eyes. That's the blue. And what are you guys doing? You guys over here. You're not even fucking reporting on it. Where's the media? Where's CNN? Where's Fox News?
Oh, they're there, brother. Okay, no one's believing you're a Christian. Who are you trying to fool, Yamaka? So while they're resetting, let's do one more perimeter scan over here. Notice the lumber has increased. Notice this white patio umbrella. Dr. T having a smoke. Sees the camera and tries to hide it, and then freezes. And here we have a very, very special guest, who we'll come back to later. And behind us, we have some fake help coming. Hoorah! So let's follow them in, but we'll take a left, where Angel Wash has a surprise for us. Back on the Southwest Channel.
Flashbangs, I don't know, set off green gas. Pretty scary.
Notice something? No one's taking any video. That's right, if you're on the Southwest Channel, no phones. And our Bible bandits. Yep, still faithfully cemented to their spots. It's an insurrection resurrection.
Is there any copyrights on prayers? I'm not sure. But here comes some Trump, okay. Oh, the giant Trump flag.
And here they come with the giant Trump flag. Who's that? Well, and there's Bono escorting the flag in. Now they crowd surf the giant flag. Ooh, fun. All the way to the cops. There's Bono. Yeah, teamwork makes the scheme work. And there it is, another mini show for the kids. Well, that was uneventful. So they've got the ridiculous flag prop. Now they've got them down in the West Plaza, like the fake animals they are. And wow, what does this remind you of? Perhaps the UC Davis pepper spray incident during George Soros's controlled Occupy movement in 2011? Could it be? Nah. Looking at this, doesn't it make you wonder if this was staged too? Good. Notice this TV cameraman getting it all. Interestingly enough, a judge ruled that Lieutenant John Pike, who became an overnight viral meme sensation, would be paid $38,000 in workers' compensation benefits to compensate for, quote, the suffering he experienced after the incident, end quote. Meanwhile, each pepper sprayed student received $30K. When this came out on Facebook, we were so damn mad, but now, we kind of wish it was real mace. Now, let's move back over to the Washington Monument, where Jade Sacker and John Sullivan / Jaden begin their pilgrimage to the production. Sullivan is one of our major fall guys. You know, the sole reason why people believe Antifa infiltrated the protest. But look how late he's arriving.
They going inside. They about to break inside that Capitol building.
Remember, John Sullivan knows what's gonna happen, while his lady friend Jade, who's filming Sullivan for an apparent Netflix special, is left in the dark.
They broke inside.
Oh, no, they haven't. They're just waiting for you.
Yeah, no, I want to get in too. Oh, yeah, I'm going up. I'm going all the way to the top.
Don't spoil all of it. So now they're gonna get their gear ready here on the Northwest lawn.
Jade, hold this shit. No? Right.
Can't you see she's busy working for Netflix?
Thanks for the help.
Ooh, sass.
Your mom told me to keep you safe.
Okay, well, I don't care.
Okay, teenager angst coming from a grown man.
Wait, should we have a code name?
No.
Here he does. It's Jaden. So as we make our way up the Northwest lawn, we discover that there are multiple porta potties, and people are using them. We even have a sanitation station set up. How accommodating. Not really sure how one could take a shit amongst all this chicanery. So let's go deeper into the belly of the beast. No, I'm not talking about Bill Gates. Oh, what's going on over here? Where's this guy coming from? And this guy. Go on, get up in there, Jade. You're safe, because you're surrounded by a bunch of distressed thespians.
Really? Oh, I knew.
You guys gonna come in the building?
Well, you already know the answer.
Yeah, let's go.
Whoops, spoiler alert. Back on the south side, everyone's just waiting around again. But let's learn how to correctly move someone. So we see these cops leading this man out. And then they release. Yep, more times than not, in the spotlight, we want to escort people in a kayfabe fashion. Then when no one's looking, we can drop it. And guess who's over yonder? It's Edie, the water boy, making new friends, still clutching his water. Back on the south set.
Hey, who do you work for?
Uh-oh, they're gonna get you. Notice the Twink brothers. Notice this cache of water. Notice this cache of water.
Excuse me, sir, is it true that the mustache holds the flavor in?
It definitely holds it in.
And there he is, our special guest, Brian D. Sicknick, looking all healthy and calm as we direct your attention to this kayfabe photo shoot. Some kind of tug of war with a ratchet strap. I guess that didn't work. Notice the controller of the scene, and they just give up. Now they retreat like the cowardly cops that they are. Now we're gonna play that scene again because you were distracted. See this guy in the background with the umbrella? Yeah, well, he's not happy with his size, so he's gonna upgrade and snatch up the white patio umbrella, while this cop grabs a plank of lumber and hops over the retaining wall. And here you can see a lot of our actors hanging out over there. But why? Let's take a closer look. Yep, you guessed it. This is the break area, complete with interlocking rubber tiles for your comfort. So when your feet start to hurt, you can come pop a squat. Now let's go center stage. Bless you.
Oh, Leanto's missing her DC patch. Well, don't look at it. Well, don't look at his.
Oh, don't touch the gate. Little controller.
Don't you look at it.
All my cops are patch conscious. Whoopsie woos. So much for those instructions, and they just let them take it.
What are you saying? Speak up!
Probably move back. No toques.
They're not officers, man.
Yeah, no shit. And over here, by the Northwest scaffolding. Oh, now we have a line here. And over here, watch this chick. She grabs the fire mate. Oh, and an underhand serve to the setter. Amanda Andrade Rhodes getting in the scene. They're gonna set up this little scene for her. Oh, watch out. You know how those Capitol cops perish so easily.
That guy just threw a fire extinguisher.
Tyler Baggins manipulating, fabricating, everything. So watch what she's gonna do. She's gonna throw herself to the wolves. Remember when Edie, the water boy, did this? You throw yourself to the cops, and they get the shots. And she doesn't talk through the whole thing. Makes for good dramatic photos.
The good guys always dress like the bad guys in Star Wars movies.
Cringe! Reset. Whoa, Officer Wyso Syria. See this hand-shoulder action? File that under police tricks, and remember this for Act 3. Reset.
Take a step back.
Whoa, Epps. Turns out to be a controller, not just an actor.
We're not trying to get people hurt.
That's what we've been saying all along. Back on the east side, things are cooking up here. Still behind Obstacle 1, but not for long. Meanwhile, at the Northwest scaffolding, welcome to Obstacle 3. That's right, in about 30 seconds, our crisis actors are gonna breach it and climb to the top, where they'll meet Obstacle 5. But first, midway, they must defeat Obstacle 4.
Let's get ready to kayfabe!
Yeah! Look alive, everyone!
And background.
And there they go, and they just flutter up. Hey, there's Happy. Look at this guy in the corner, like he's eating a box of bath salts. Yeah, it's a Bible and bath salt kind of party. Now watch this guy. Yep, holding the Bible up for the cameras. And there's Hawaii Proud Boys leader, Nick Oakes, who we'll come back to later. And now Jacob Chansley has come down from his treehouse, and incoming, yep, posing with the rosary. Meanwhile, a cop gives instructions to U.S. Marine Corps war veteran / digital and forensic reporter, Chris Jones. What the hell is that about? Inside, our actors are preparing to overcome Obstacle 4. Now this footage comes from the New Yorker's veteran war correspondent, Luke Mogelson. Yeah, it's just slap and tickle all over again. What is happening? As Data gets it all. Hey, it's Lieutenant, Trapper, and Carl doing nothing. At the same time, notice this cop pops through the tarp to ask Ranger for the knife that's lying here, so he can cut it, which will allow for more people to enter and further expose the scaffolding to our photographers. Now, Ranger's gonna assist him in completing the task at hand. Such a beautifully coordinated insurrection. Oh, low-lying lumber.
I took my teeth out.
Ooh. As Dominic Pizzola prepares for his dramatic role as Fall Guy 3. And now they're gonna hold here on Obstacle 4.
We're not stopping it now, goddammit. This is our house, motherfuckers.
Meanwhile, on the Northwest lawn, Jonesy instructs his followers from a stage of rental chairs that he paid for.
It's great that this happened.
It's great?
But the police.
Oh, what was that?
The provocateurs have caused a problem. Trump's not gonna come when we've taken this over. Let's march around to the other side.
Yeah, let's watch how many times he pledges his allegiance while he delivers these lines.
Trump's over here. Trump's coming. Trump is coming.
Yeah, like he's Santa Claus.
March to the other side. That's where Trump's gonna be.
Ugh, just ginning up the crowd with empty promises. Per usual. Question, how many bodyguards does it take to lift a beach well from a stage made of folded chairs? Now let's check in one last time with Angel Walsh, over at the Southwest Channel entrance.
I had to run away because there was a big loud boom and then there was some green gas.
See all those people in the background? In line, waiting for their turn to go. Have any of y'all ever been a background actor? Yeah, it looks just like this. All actors, not recording. Now these are our filler characters. They're mostly here to chant and take up space. So that's one group. Now another group comes in. You want to bring them in organically, in waves. So if you are an actor and you see a camera on, you're gonna do what this little girl does. You're gonna show off your little sign. Creepy. Oh, you don't think they would employ children? Okay, you've got a lot to learn. Okay, we saw your damn sign, kid. They're all just standing there, waiting for their turn.
And they just keep on coming.
Notice how they're all coming from the right, instead of cutting through where this gap is. Because we want to make it seem like these people walk from Pennsylvania Avenue, and nobody's gonna get into character until they arrive. That's why they all look so dead inside. Remember how we said earlier the summoning was part of the show? Well, it isn't right here. And look what the crack dragged in. It's Mike Cernovich.
Going up on the lawn and push forward as far as you can.
Now before we go, let's take a closer look at our line of background actors that extends north from the Garfield Monument to the Ulysses S. Grant Monument. And remember, the street closest to the Garfield Monument, 1st Street Southwest, and Southwest Drive have been restricted from our public for years. Yep, all these folks still waiting to go in. These are all paid protesters, people. Look at the line. And that concludes our Southwest analysis with Angel Walsh. We were very grateful to find this footage, and we thank you and your husband for capturing it. Back on the east side, oh, we've got a little commotion. And what, pray tell, do you think was carried on this truck bed? Notice this cardboard tube for later. And they just pull the barricades down here on the South Terrace, while the cops do what they do best, retreat. It's not every day that you see Chinese grandmas contributing to your mass programming.
Wow, what a shit show at the Capitol. I'm gonna go ahead and guess stop being so gullible wasn't anyone's New Year's resolution for 2021. How the hell do people keep falling for this shit? Here's a video of the kerfuffle that happened between the protesters and the cops when they got past the barricades.
Police are squabbling with protesters. Oh, there we go.
Squabbling? Maybe they stormed it. Maybe they walked right in.
And that's exactly what they do. From the northeast to the southeast plaza, obstacle 1 is complete. Push those barricades. See this cop tugging on Kool-Aid Man. Drops his flag, never to retrieve it, just to slow it down, to whisper sweet nothings. And while these cops fake retreat, notice this massive stash of water. Yep, as they keep pouring in from all sides. Retreat, retreat. At the same time, and with impeccable timing, Jonesy and his disciples make their way towards the east. Come on, Jonesy. You know they're kayfabe cops.
We just showed up. Trump said come down. All right, we'll take him up there. All right, let's go. Use your voices up there.
Voices? Yeah, go make us all look like freak shows, Jonesy. At 2 o'clock, C-SPAN sets up a live camera in Statuary Hall, which we've added a time code to. Also, on December 22nd, 2021, the Goopament will release 3 hours of the Arc entrance tunnel footage, which also begins at 2 p.m. And there's the time code. Meanwhile, our actors make their way towards the East Steps. Simultaneously, notice this guy placing water bottles around the perimeter, like it's an Easter egg hunt. And there it is. Yep, spaced and placed. And here, our East Side actors are met with obstacle 2. Meanwhile, things are getting really explosive out by the scaffolding. Watch out, Tay-Tay!
Hey, fire! Hey, fire! How you feel? Oh, this man just got light on fire!
I love the fact that Taylor Hanson delivered these lines holding a lit cigarette. Now, as he retreats, a cattle of kayfabe cops arrive, where on the megaphone, they play this message.
All people must leave the area immediately. Failure to comply with this order may subject you to arrest and may subject you to the use of a riot control agent or impact weapon.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, what is he doing? You get them shots, Joseph Prezioso. Hey, here's one for you. Notice this guy comes from the crowd to take a load off, because he's setting up their next shot.
They got themselves!
Meanwhile, over on the northwest lawn, aka Heart Attack Hillside, notice our stunt guy, Homeboy, climbing up. We've got ass crack for days while we entertain the kiddies with another show. Oh, but just a little love tap sends him to the ground as our photogs lock and load. Tay-Tay, I can see your price tag. So this guy in red, Bossy, is tending to Homeboy while our cops play scene blockers. While Legs and Dilly just standing there like a couple of butlers. Whoop, some shady shit going on behind that tree. Notice this oddly placed Rubbermaid container. While Rufio from Act 1 records nothing, they're off, using a barricade as a makeshift stretcher. Oh, but not before setting him down for the camera crew to photo rape him. Satisfied, Bossy and his team of cops resume their journey. See this Death 2 type? Yeah, not us. Yep, still Taylor's footage. Get those pics. And this footage, news to share, comes from, quote, photographers Alejandro Alvarez and Ford Fisher. And y'all can see for yourselves the other events they've covered. And now Bicop, looking more like himself, taunts our paid protesters, as Sabrina Tavernez follows our stunt guide towards the northwest backstage area. But listen to what Bossy says to this real person.
Hey, I'm gonna break your fucking phone if you don't stop.
And strangely enough, Adam Gray opens the gates. So Sabrina's got her shots, and she, together with Amanda Andrade Rhodes, climb the Northwest lawn in search of something juicy. And along the way, we meet our friend, Vincent.
They hit me with bullets.
Oh, bless your heart. Back to Heart Attack Hillside, where Dilly's well on his way to having one. What is happening? Just a little spritz as she traipses away. But oh, watch out. Really puts the K in karma. As Yellow from Act 1, coming down the runway with some Cape charisma.
Whose house is this? Ours house.
Attaboy. Is that how you arrest someone? And now, together with our photogs, Michael Negro and Julio Rosas, our do-gooders, Sergeant Pepper and fake National Guard, are gonna move a large portion of our cops and protesters. Hey, redneck archetypes still hanging out. Incoming! Watch these two K-cops, Thelma and Dom DeLuise, just as clueless as ever. She's like, what do we do now? Out my face, get out my face. Let's keep going, Thelma. You better get. And now these heroes form a line to protect our delicate deputies. And there they go. Yeah, it's a mobile standoff, over and around to the very boring North Side entrance, where we met Vincent. Ofta.
Hey, bring it up!
K-Cops, taking a K-break. And along our journey, we meet Richard Barnett, who's gonna become worldwide famous in just a few hours. And now they're gonna hold here for a minute, except for these two. And now they just single file right onto the north entrance. Back inside the scaffolding, where we are only seconds from defeating Obstacle 4. Hey, there's Happy. And in this overused clip, Data's about to make some money. Oh, he's got the hammer. Too bad he doesn't use it.
Here comes! What the hell? Look out! Choke slam, one on the other.
And there they go. While this guy and Lieutenant perform a lightsaber battle. Hi-ya! And this guy gets Power-rated. OMG, it's Vincent! What are you doing up here, silly? He just wants to reason with them. And with a masterly sleight of hand, Vincent pulls the barricade away and slides it down to Geeswine. Hey. And now Jade and Jaden have made it to the top. Hey-ya! Think of Vincent like the hostage negotiator. And that they will.
We're standing up for our country!
Oh, Red.
Your country and ours! Don't get in our way!
And now a lot of our stars will hold here at Obstacle 5. Now back to the east. Obstacle 2 is coming to a breaking point. Watch this. Notice this cop pulls his buddy up the stairs like he's John Minkolo. This is the cue for the other cops to follow suit, which they do. And Obstacle 2 complete. And there they go. Yeah, wave all your kayfabe friends in. And immediately some of them will take to kayfabe positions. Like this Mason tear gas haven't been brought out yet. Back to the scaffolding where the clock is counting down. Listen, Lieutenant. No one's listening, Lieutenant.
Indian, white, Chinese, we're all Americans, man.
Creepy. Oh, Red, getting real friendly with Adam the cop. Another creepster monitor. And at the front of the line here, just shooting the shit with the cops. Now listen to this friendly real cop.
I'm gonna get him a bottle of water, okay? Yeah, water?
So thoughtful.
They're all coming.
I know.
You guys will literally get trampled down. We do not want that.
Back outside, Chris Jones fights his way to get to John Farina, where overhead, Chris instructs him as the camera pans to reveal our barricaded off photog corner. Seen any cardboard tubes like this today? But what are they capturing? Simple! This guy here in the red hat. Notice this guy with the fire extinguisher misting the area for dramatic effect. Got it. Photo by Joseph Prezioso, complete with our load-off friend. As we come around, this cop intentionally lets this guy fake mace him, and Joseph Prezioso gets the shots. Back up the scaffolding for a domestic dispute.
Oh, that's spicy as shit. Yeah.
Do you want to trade masks?
I definitely don't.
Didn't you say you'd take care of me? Nope, now we know.
Do you believe in me now? When I say there's shit going down, there's shit going down.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't believe in
This is insane, though.
Deflecting, Jaden.
I don't believe in you when you say you care about me and will protect me.
I'll give you the tools. I'll still love you and protect you, buddy.
I don't love you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's fine. You don't love me?
Remember this forever.
I did say I love you. What the heck?
But you don't.
I do, though. Yeah, but I'm the person in the film, though.
Exactly.
If anybody needs to stay alive.
It's her?
Oh, they're going in?
Woo, saved by the bell, Jaden.
Look alive, Data!
And there they go. Hey, there's Doug Jensen, who has a big photo shoot in 6 minutes, which we'll see in Act 3, as Bike Cop runs alongside them. Here in Data's angle, we can see this conveniently placed slumber. Sneaky, sneaky. Back to Jaden, like we're inclining to the top of Capitol Hill's latest roller coaster. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna vom. Look at all those people. Notice this guy carrying a case of water. Hurry up, Jade. This footage ain't gonna record itself. And now we've reached, yeah, you guessed it, Obstacle 6, where Carl is just not having it. He's like, bitch, please. Now what am I gonna have for dinner? Back to the east side, where this, what looks to be 3 toddlers in a trench coat and a photog creep into the scene to shoot Hunter Allen Emke. And with just a single kick. Remember in Act 1 when we hypothesized that some of the windows have been switched out with Hollywood glass? And a real cop tackles him to the ground. And with the help of his real cop friends, arrest and detain him. But these guys aren't real. And now they're off, and they just waddle away. Yeah, I'm talking to you. While this real cop removes the remaining glass to let our K-friends in.
I feel like this is fucking crap.
And you would be correct. And now they've let the kid go. Yeah, it gives new meaning to Walk of Shame. Back to Obstacle 6, where Bike Cop and Replacement Barbie play with their sticks.
All right, Carl's over it.
Retreat, you counterfeit cops! My, look at this surplus of neatly placed water and this plastic rolling toolbox. Wonder what's in there. Maybe the fake election results. As we pan to one of our most important characters, who got the prize-winning footage at the Stage Rittenhouse shoot, phony protest photographer Brendan Gutenschwager, who's about to have a payday. Get those purified waters, which is just a fancy way of saying fluoridated water. Oh, fake blood littering.
I can't believe this is reality.
Yeah, me neither. As Data and friends move from the courtyard to the northwest door, where some of our crisis actors are looking for some critique. So let's help them out, starting with Geesewine. Hey.
Yeah, I would have put a little bit more soul into it. Next, try the left one. Good job. Honey, that's real glass. Well, don't just stop.
And now we pan to Pizzola in the most overused mainstream media clip of the Capitol riots, filmed by none other than Gutenschwag, who sold his footage to Storyful. They always do. And with that, let's stop our investigation here at 2:12 p.m. Oh, you're so sweet. All right, simmer down now. Now, everything we've learned today will wrap up quite nicely in Act 3. Our final installment on the January 6th fake insurrection. But friends,